Hey, first off, the info commercials. Check out our webpage. All you have to do is on Instagram or Facebook, all you have to do is click on my bio and it'll take you to our webpage, and you can go to YouTube, Amazon, Music, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you want. Check us out. If you're on YouTube, you're on YouTube. Anyway, I still want to talk about my kids and what it meant for me to have them here the 3 months they stayed. But that is yet pending for me to talk. I've been praying about what I should talk. It takes me about 2 to 3 weeks to get something down because I pray about it. I just don't come up, turn on the recorder and record. I sit down, I pray, and I meditate on it, and if God keeps it in my heart, then it comes out, and if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be. But this one has priority, I guess you might say. So here it goes. First, a confession. I love Hallmark movies, all of them, and I love the reels that have military men and women surprising their families. I can almost cry on those. Why am I starting with that? It's simple. We all have in our DNA one truth, and it's wanting to be a part of something. If we don't belong anywhere, then we're just lost. But most importantly, if we don't find the person that we want to spend the rest of our lives with, then it's just a great big hole. I love Hallmark movies because they're very cheesy and very untrue. But love is real. Maybe not that kind of love, but the kind that takes hard work. I was talking to a friend of mine, and she got the scoop on this, by the way. But the best moments of our lives, are when we argue with the person we have chosen to be with. Why do I say that? Sounds terrible. But when you argue with the other person, then you have a chance to love them. And how do you love that person? You love that person by extending grace if needed, by admitting you were wrong if needed, by not forgiving the other person, because at the end of the day, that other person has their ideas and their thoughts. Whether they're right or wrong, it doesn't matter. They're still theirs. So it's not about forgiving people, but it's about accepting the people for who they are. I love the idea that someday I could be a part of somebody's life where I am the most important person. I don't know what you think, but that's just me, right? I want to find, if I find a person, if God sends that woman to my life, I want to be the most important thing in her life, and vice versa, right? I want her to be the most important person in my life and show it. I don't know how many of you know my story or have checked out my past videos, but for the most part of my life, I haven't felt like somebody's had my back. People always choose sides. And unfortunately, it always seems to be not on my side. I've been married 3 times. I've been cheated on 3 times. That matter. And yet, I've been left for other men 2 out of the 3 times. Why am I telling you all this? Because I have never been a part of someone or a part of someone ever. And those Hallmark movies, they're full of that, right? You see the guy and the girl at the end. I always say it's about the kiss, by the way. But at the end, they come together and they're one for the other no matter what. I love those military reunions because they show real life how humans not only complement each other, but need each other. We may not even realize it at the time, but when we come together, our emotions get the best of us, and you see them just weeping and crying and hugging and in disbelief, right? And I love those reunions because not only are they real, but they show the real need that God put in us to be like that. Now, why did God put that need in us? Because He has that need. He wants us to choose Him above all things and for all things. He wants us to go in all in. Unfortunately, most of the time, what ends up happening is that we betray Him through sin. And sin is a diverse topic. It's just so many things that mean sin that people don't even think about. But the moment you sin, you're walking against God. And it's not that you hurt Him, or it's not that that He loves you less. It's not that He's not going to forgive you and be with you and want the best for you. It's simply that He hurts, just like you and just like me. He wants us to be one body. He wants us all to get along and love each other. That's why the second commandment is to love thy neighbor. That may seem hard, that may seem easy. That's just a commandment. Most of the time I think we could do a pretty good job of it, but most of the time is the best we can do. I have in my DNA a need to belong to someone. Now, does one exist? I hope not, because I've definitely missed my opportunity because I've had quite a few great ones. But no, I just want someone, obviously, preferably, she believe in God and follow Jesus Christ. But most definitely choose me first. And if she chooses me first and my lifestyle, I guarantee you she'll choose Jesus at the end of the day, because that's who I live for. All I look for in someone is that innate feeling or need to belong. when you're young and you're a rebel, you spend most of the time by yourself, but at the same time, I've spent a lot of time with women. I just misused my gift and my youth, and I used women for all the wrong reasons. And now that I have the right reasons why I want to be with someone, it makes sense that I can't find one. But I do want to emphasize one thing. If I die alone, if I find no one, I'm still perfectly happy. And I'm still perfectly content with the results of my life. Why? It's not because I found music and I'm recording and I'm releasing. It's not because I drive Uber and I just love driving Uber. And honestly, I don't think I've ever made that much money in my entire life as I'm making an Uber. So that's a bigger blessing. Just knowing that God provides for me every day, but it's not even for that. Not for the house I've bought and the car I have. It's just simply because I have a personal relationship with God. I'm still that belief. And I don't know if I said this in videos, but I know I've said it to my friends. At the end of the day, I was made with the only purpose to have a personal relationship with God. And I've done that. Anyway, I've talked too much. Check us out. YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, whatever. Comment sometimes. Pretty nice. Makes me feel like I'm not talking to a camera. Have a great day.